The time has come. Making our first loaf with Gertie May. Just look at her. She passed the float test. She passes the smell test. She rose up nice and gorgeous after we fed her, so she's good to go. Okay, there's a lot of steps to this, so just hang with me and always remember the full recipe will be in the caption. So you really need a decent scale. This one is very inexpensive on Amazon. I have all of the things I'm using to make my bread linked in my Amazon storefront, and that is in my bio. You want to use your starter when they peaked. That means they're at their full potential, and we are doing 75 grams. 375 grams of warm water, ideally between 70 and 85 degrees. I love this with my whole heart for mixing this up, by the way. You're just gonna mix that up until it's somewhat incorporated. Use this if you can. It's my favorite. If you can't get this or you have just regular flour, you definitely want to use unbleached. That's very important. And I prefer the bread flour. We're doing 500 grams. Next up, 12 grams of salt. And then you just get her mixed up. You don't have to overmix here. You're just mixing it until it's all combined and she looks shaggy. See how she's shaggy? Do yourself a favor and get one of these. They're super flexible, and I love to scrape my bowl down with these. And that's it for step one. We're just gonna cover her up and let her rest for about 45 minutes. This phase is called autolyze. Do you really need to know that word? Probably not. She just needs to rest because she's getting her strength together. We'll be back to do our first stretch and fold in about 45 minutes. Time for our first stretch and fold. We're gonna do a total of 4. And you're just scooping down. You get your hand wet first if you want to, but look, remember how choppy they were as she was before? Look at that stretch. You just pull it up, spin it, grab from the bottom. Here we go. You're stretching up and down. 2 more. Up and down. And then your last one. And that's it. Super easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're gonna let her rest another 30 minutes and we'll be back to do number 2. Stretch and fold number 2. We're gonna let her rest for 30 minutes and we'll be back for number 3. Cover, let it rest another 30 minutes. All right, final stretch and fold. And that's it for tonight. We're gonna cover her up and let her bulletproof overnight. We'll be back in the morning to get her ready to bake.